I looked at him, I was like, this building needs to go away, you know that, right? And he's like, yeah, we understand why.
We went from nothing. No personnel, no airplanes, no facilities, no programs, to putting bombs on targets in Afghanistan by Afghan pilots in airplanes supported by Afghan maintainers in just over a year. The 81st Fighter Squadron has a very rich history, going all the way back to World War II. But the most recent iteration is for training of Afghan pilots and maintainers to free their country from oppression. What we do is so tailor-made for the situation, bringing them here, making sure that they can read, write, and speak English, and teaching them how to do things along with their coalition partners, and then forward deploying with them on a rotational basis. No one else in the Air Force is doing that.
The first day when I get here, I remember that because everyone let you to just rest, go to your room. But the next day was adventure day. You're gonna come see the people, or the place, or the plane that you're gonna see for your whole life. You feel like, okay, my life is going to start from here now with the A-29.
The A-29 is particularly suited for this mission. It can fly low, it can fly slow, and it can loiter for several hours, either doing ISR, close attack, or overwatch.
It's really the right aircraft for Afghanistan. It's rugged, it's easy to maintain, it's overall relatively simple, but extremely lethal and efficient if you employ it correctly. Before this program, they were using helicopters. They didn't have a fixed wing air support type aircraft. So the pilots we trained were the first attack fighter pilots trained there in several decades.
Being here, having access to a range that they can fly to every single day and drop simunitions, practice targeting, that definitely is a benefit to having it here at Moody.
Obviously Moody is extremely well-versed in the attack mission with both of the A-10 squadrons. The whole infrastructure understands the mission set that we have to do.
You really develop some relationships with these guys. And that, above all else, to me, is the key to good air advising. Developing a rapport, maintaining a relationship, so that you can really instruct.
This is one of the incredible feelings I have ever had. When I see this guy, I did not feel like I'm just seeing an instructor. I get used to them like they are one of my family members. You know, we are from Afghanistan. Still war is going on every day. I remember I heard on the news that there is an attack where my family left, and I was like super stressed. As soon as I get to squadron, I thought like everyone is reading my mind, and they tried to play the role of parents for me, and their behavior totally changed from the military environment to a family environment, and they give me the feeling that we are not alone, and these guys are with us, and everything is gonna be good back home. They was not supposed to play the role of family or the close friend, but they did, and they are doing it until now.
One of my former students who is now over in Afghanistan doing his country's work, I told him that my goal would be for me to bring my wife and children one day to visit his wonderful country. You know, I hope one day that our families can meet and share a meal.
And one of the most proud moments I had was the first time they did employ a laser-guided bomb, because it was my first student that I ever flew with in the Afghan Air Force who became their first instructor pilot, and then I was there advising him on the mission to drop the first laser-guided bomb in combat, and it was on a Taliban commander's building. He was having a meeting, and I looked at him, I was like, this building needs to go away, you know that, right? And he's like, yeah, we understand why. I was like a nervous parent. I was pacing around the flight line waiting for them to return. And he just gave me 2 thumbs up when he rolled in. And it was a pretty gratifying feeling to know that they hit it. You know, that's something that first tier Air Forces do. So does the Afghan Air Force. And they have that capability, and they have the skills to do it, and they're doing it on a daily basis. You know, they're deployed, if you will, 365 always, because they're always at war in their own country. You know, we don't fly the combat missions with them. It's 100% Afghan. From pilots to the maintainers to the bomb builders. They do it all. But it makes you proud to see that happen, because you know that hopefully when their canopy closes, that's one less canopy from America's Air Force that has to close there to go take the fight to the enemy.
For the future, that is the question I face a lot. This is the ambition of every single Afghan person. Peace.